What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for, tuning in and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. As a newer kind of startup channel, I really appreciate everybody that checks out the content and takes time to, either comment or thumbs up, thumbs down, share it. I really do appreciate it. In today's video, I wanted to give you just my initial thoughts, impressions, kind of a breakdown and an overview of the 511 Tactical Norris sneaker. Years ago, before I got into like living a tactical lifestyle and a prepared lifestyle and carrying a gun every day and things of that nature, I wore a lot of like athletic shoes and sweatpants because I just wanted to be comfortable. I cared more about comfort than I cared about like functionality. Moving into a more tactical lifestyle, obviously you have to like adjust those things. You can't necessarily wear sweatpants. You have to, wear, pants like jeans. You have to, have a nice belt. You have to, have gear and whatnot that, supports and, has that extra function that you're going to need to live a tactical lifestyle. So, in doing a little bit of research, I came across the Norris sneaker, and honestly, what drew me to it was just the fact that I thought it looked cool. The first one that I really saw was this one, and this is the black multicam. You see, with the gum sole on it. This is probably my favorite color wave of any shoe, would be the black with the gum. I just think it looks super, super cool. This one is a little bit different than that one in that it's suede up here, suede all the way down and around, but this portion of the shoe all the way around is like a canvas material. It's got the like a rubber, almost looks like a brushed rubber toe cap. This sole here is slip resistant. It's puncture resistant, so you can like step on, nails or broken glass or rocks or other sharp objects, and it's not going to puncture through the sole. So that's a pretty cool feature. That's something you probably want in a boot or a sneaker that's you're going to use in a tactical or whatnot manner. The other boot that I got here is the dark Coyote brown with the black. I bought both of these boots at the same time. Like I said, no one told me that you had to size up, so I bought them both in a 12 because that's normally what I wear. And then I got them home and I was like, damn, this is like uncomfortable. So I took them back and exchanged them for a 13. So both these boots are a 13, even though I wear a 12. A lot of shoe manufacturers will go up to about a 12, and then they'll have half sizes in between, like, 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11, 11.5. And when you get to a 12, they usually jump up in full size. So this isn't offered in a 12.5. 12.5 probably would have been perfect for me, but I had to go with a 13 just for the overall comfort of the shoe and to really be able to wear it. So just be mindful of that if if you're going to buy the shoe. If you wear a 10, I'd go 10.5 or 11. Same thing if you wear 11, I'd go 11.5 or 12. Just because it is a little bit narrow in the toe. One of the other things that, about this boot that the guy at 511 told me is that because it's so flat here, there's really no arch support in the shoe. So I had to take out the insoles that were in the shoe, and actually, if you can see, I got some Dr. Scholl's insoles for both of them, just because there was absolutely no arch support. Like, you could tell when you put them on that they're not really that uncomfortable, but if you're probably walking around and functioning in them for an hour or 2 hours, 3 hours, it's going to start hurting your feet. So you are going to have to replace the insoles, and you'll have to size up. Those are two things that I will tell you right off the bat. If you're interested in these boots or sneakers or whatever you want to call them, just trying to give you the info that, I was either given or not given, so that you don't have to make the same mistake. Like I said, it's a good looking shoe. It has good function. I like the fact that it's puncture resistant, slip resistant on the bottom. Obviously, things I don't like is the narrow toe cap or the the fact that the insoles had to be replaced. It's a heavy shoe. It's not a light shoe. It feels big. It feels clunky. It almost feels like wearing a steel toe work boot without having the steel toe in it. So again, if you're worried about spending a lot of time on your feet or using these to go over terrain that is rocky or muddy or things of that nature, that you might get a little bit of fatigue because it is a pretty heavy shoe. It's not, even though it kind of looks like a Vans skate shoe, it's not light or anything like that, and that's obviously because the sole has to be dense and whatnot in order to not be to not puncture. So it is a tad on the heavy side, so just again, be aware of that if you're gonna use these for a certain function. That's something to be mindful of. Would I buy these sneakers again? Probably not. One, because I already have 2 pairs. They've come out with a bunch of different colors. They have gray. They just came out with a regular multicam. They have the FDE. They have the OD green. They have the all black pair. So they have a lot of options as far as color waves for this sneaker. So I don't really, with a black and a brown pair, I don't really see the need to buy another color. I'm not a huge fan of like just regular multicam anyway. I do like black multicam. I'm not a huge fan of multicam. I don't like the FDE look with just the whole shoe straight to the sneaker being FDE. I just think it looks really cheap. So a couple reasons I wouldn't buy it. Obviously, just because I don't need to, and just it's kind of a heavier shoe. I don't like the fact that it's so narrow, and I really had to size up. I don't like the flat footbed in it. But I mean, overall, it's a decent sneaker. I mean, it definitely looks cool. It definitely serves its purpose. But there are some things about it that obviously I don't like and would like to see maybe tweaked or improved if I was to purchase them again in the future. Another shoe, I'll just kind of give you a bonus here that I wear throughout the week, is this Timberland boot. I apologize, I don't remember or know what model this is. This boot comes in 2 different color waves. It comes in this one, which is like they call it like gray. It's like a gray and black. You can see up here, this is gray. This is like a dark gray, and this is supposed to be gray, but it almost looks like OD green maybe in there. Black here, and then gray and black sole, and then the brown bottom. It comes in like a brown with like a black and like a white stripe around, so it looks more like a typical Timberland or like a classic, brown boot with black sole. I decided to go with this one just because I didn't want like a tan boot. I like the fact that it has this like rubber weatherproof all the way around the boot. Big fan of the closed in rubber toe cap on this. I think not only does it look cool, but it also has a function. I have actually worn these boots out in like snowy conditions instead of my Sorel boots, and I haven't had any issues with it. It's a lot more lightweight than a Sorel boot is, and my feet didn't get wet, my feet didn't get cold, so big fan of that. It almost has like a I don't know what the hell you call it, like a sheep, I don't know, kind of lining throughout the whole boot, so it's a super warm and comfortable boot. It did come with like a grayish tan set of laces. I obviously opted to go with a red just because I thought it looked cool. Just something sort of different. So this is something that I also wear a lot during the week. I did order a pair of the Altama, I can't remember, Maritime, I think it's called, or Marine Time. I don't know. It's like a mid-height looking sneaker boot. Kind of looks like a military boot mixed with a Chuck Taylor. I ordered the black multicam. in that. So as soon as that gets here, I'll wear those and kind of give you my review on that as well. I've heard that that's another boot that you may have to size up in. So hopefully, I got the right size. Can't really tell you much about that until I get it. I had a lot of, suggestions to look at some Solomon boots or shoes or whatever. And I haven't found one of that I really like, that is something that I think looks like something I would like to wear, or that I could wear with a lot of stuff. To me, they kind of look really like hippie hipster, kind of, like, I don't know. I just am not a huge fan of the way they look. So I haven't purchased any of those. So these three things are typically what I wear. I do have a pair, like a low cut pair of Nikes that are like, almost look like, again, like a skate shoe, or a low cut Chuck Taylor, that are all black and have rubber that comes up over the toe. Kind of gives it more of a tactical look and feel. If I kind of want to go like really lightweight and minimalistic, I'll wear those. But those are really like the four shoes that I bounce back and forth between. I don't really wear a lot of, like I said, athletic shoes and whatnot anymore. So that's kind of what I'm going with. I hope that this video is helpful. I hope that, I answered some questions that you may have, or given you some insight on this sneaker / boot that may help you make a decision on if you want to try and order them and wear them or not. If there's something that I didn't go over, you feel like I didn't address, please leave it in the comment section below. And if I know the answer, or I have an answer for you, again, I'll always be willing to help out in any way that I can in that department. So yeah, again, I hope that I was able to give you some insight and some help here, and maybe possibly making some decisions. So subscribe to the channel if you want. Give it a thumbs up if you want. Thumbs down, that's fine as well. Share the video if you want. As always, leave a comment in the section below if you feel the need to. Until next time, I'm out of here.